The greatest power you possess is your ability to choose. Join Lowe's Moore as he reveals how you can begin to maximize that power by exploring yourself on the deepest levels and committing to making lasting and positive changes. Get ready to achieve breakthroughs that will lead to accelerated growth and transformation because you are now tuned in to The Blueprint.
Why the actions contradict the lamb. I'm fellowshipping when I'm with the fam. That's more relations, that's foreign and foreign.
Good morning, and welcome back to the Blueprint Podcast. And I want to say happy holidays to you. Oh man, we're here on a very special Saturday Blueprint Podcast. Don't be alarmed. You see my little Disney Christmas tree. It looks black, but it's actually green because we have a green screen. So it looks black, but looks pretty cool in black. But I got the other day I had the grandkids upstairs, and I had it in the room. And the crazy thing is that I don't know who made that Christmas tree, babe. Who made that? Remember I had a ceramic Christmas tree.
Your grandmother.
My grandmother made the Christmas tree, and we kept that Christmas tree not like this one, flashing lights and stuff like that. It just stayed normal. I mean, just no flashing lights, anything, but it was just beautiful ceramic Christmas tree, and we kept it on all year round. It was a reminder of the importance of two important things about Christmas. Number one, Christ is the reason for Christmas. That's number one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then number two, it reminds us of how important family is, not just on Christmas, but every single day. And number three, my grandmother made it.
But I think that should have been number one. What do you think?
It should have been number one, but you got to put Christ in Christmas, right? And then you can make it number two. My grandmother made the Christmas tree, and then number three, the importance of family in Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, so, and of course, I got Daffy and Daisy and their kids. I didn't even know they had kids. They had 3 kids. And then
maybe we should give them one more. They could be like us.
Yeah, right. And then what happened was that Hartley came up. I brought her upstairs, and she saw the Christmas tree. Of course, she wanted to take the Disney characters off, but when she saw. No, they don't come off.
If they come off, they broke.
Yeah. And then and later on, Dakota came up. He was trying to get them off. I mean, he was trying to take the gifts and everything. But when Hartley saw Goofy, she said, "Goofy!" Like that. I said, "Yeah." And then she said, "Minnie, Mickey." And then she got a little confused about Pluto, right? And Daisy and Daffy. Clear my voice here. Yeah, so wow. So, but I want to say Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas to you all. This is our Christmas podcast, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Right? We've been running around. I'm sure everybody's been running around at the last minute. We always say we're going to get Christmas gifts ahead of time, but running around the last minute. Doing some Christmas shopping. It's funny, you get down to the end and you say, I'm not going to get that person a gift. I'm not going to do that. And the next thing you know, you're running around trying to find a gift for them. You should have just did it in the beginning, right? But you see us sitting here, right? We sitting here and, my wife is the exec over there, the technical guru over there.
So when you see my head down, I'm doing technical stuff.
Yeah, she's doing technical stuff. But, one of the things that we have each year, and you're going to see, you guys going to see, usually only the family sees this, right? But every year, for years now, I can't remember how many years now, we always come up with a theme for Christmas.
Yes.
right? And so this year's theme is movies. I mean, movie themes, and of course, let's see here. If you can see, you know, two of our favorite movies. You see my shirt here, right? I don't know if you can see that, but we made shirts, and that's of course love and basketball, right? And both me and my wife played basketball, and so we did a remake of of the advertisement. My wife made it, but and you see us, there with the basketball, and you see the logo, or what is that? The advertisement for the movie Love and Basketball, right? So we redid it, right? And then one of my favorite movies, we haven't watched it yet. Probably, hopefully tonight.
I watched it over the plane yesterday.
Oh man,
I'll watch it again.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. You can watch it like 2, 3, 4 times, right?
I think they made it in color recently, didn't they? Didn't they make it in color?
They did make it in color, because I snuck away last year, right? I don't know if you knew this. I snuck away last year. I'm confessing.
Gosh.
I snuck away last year, and the Pelham Picture House in Pelham, New York, had It's a Wonderful Life on the big screen. And I ran in there. Everybody probably was wondering where I was at, and I saw It's a Wonderful Life on the big screen. So if you see my wife's sweatshirt right there, right? I don't know if you can see that. So we did a remake with our grandkids, though. It's not our kids, but you see, the Wonderful Life logo, and then you see us with our grandkids. We redid the whole thing.
I'll find the picture and put it up.
Yeah.
I'll put it up.
Yeah. So, let us know what you think about that, man. We've had, I think we could see a few of them, right? A few pictures where we did the.
We'll get into that later. I want you to do your thing.
Well, we'll get into it. I want to know, do you guys have themes for Christmas? Let me know. And also let me know, what is your favorite, your favorite Christmas movie? And number 2, what is your favorite, and you can have more than one, Christmas song, right? Because I just remember growing up, and I don't care. And, like Hallmark has a countdown. I think once we got past September, right? I personally, as a kid, started counting down to Christmas. I was like, October, Christmas is coming, and the other part of the countdown was Thanksgiving, because a countdown to Thanksgiving is a countdown to Christmas, So the quicker you get to Thanksgiving, the quicker you get to Christmas, and they both revolve around family. Right, around being thankful, faithful, celebrating family. It's the time of love. I've been talking about this for like a month now, right? We're talking about celebrating, because I think as we go into 2024.
Yeah.
As we go into 2024. We should be thinking we really need to enjoy life. It's so much crap. Every single day we wake up to so much crap. We go to work to it, right?
Did you say crap? Wow. Oh, stuff is good.
No, I'm okay. Let me not paint with a broad brush.
Yes.
Right. It seems like the world is always focus on the negative, right? The world is always focused on the negative. We wake up every morning. And we're thinking like, turn on the news. The weather's bad. All kinds of things are bad, right? And politics is bad. this person is bad because the news spends 90% of its time talking about negative things. So we get in that mentality. I hope hopefully in 2024, right, we start to change the narrative from a 90% of thinking, waking up negative, moving about our life in a negative environment, atmosphere, mindset. And how about a 90%, right? We get up and we think positive, we think joy, we think love, we think how we can help somebody. I think we have something. I want to say this before we get going. Miss Andrea Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. We celebrated the life of Miss Andrea Brown. A friend, a mentor, a co-worker. You know, Andrea Brown DeBose. Just a beautiful person. We celebrated her.
And it's notice it says phenomenal woman.
A phenomenal woman. Yes.
I mean, she was truly the epitome of a phenomenal woman.
Yeah. And you know what? And then you think you know somebody. Hey, you don't know about everything in the person's dash. Right? You know some things about, because it's a day you born and it's a day you leave here. Right? And then there's that dash in the middle. Right? We don't know about everybody's dash. Right? And I've learned a lot of wonderful things about Miss Brown in that dash. And I have to say, when you pick out a person to do your eulogy, right, to tell your story, and the eulogy is to tell your story, and also bring awareness to the family, right, that hey, you need to be working on your dash too, because we all going in the direction, and what will people say about you, right? And so that was powerful. His sermon was just powerful, man. He was talking about love.
Pastor Richie Garner.
Yeah, Pastor Richie Garner, right? He was talking about love and adding value to, right? Every day you wake up, you should add value to your job. Every day you wake up, you should add value to your family. If every day you wake up, you should add value to another person's life, right? That's what love is.
And it's funny because that's how, like, and I know this isn't that kind of show, but from a relationship standpoint, like if you're going to marry somebody, you should each be adding to each other, right? There should be something that you add as value to. Like you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who devalues you, right? Or who takes value away from you.
Right.
You want to be in a relationship with somebody who adds value to you, who makes you feel, who sees you, with great value, with great potential, with great love. And so, so I'm grateful that I have you because you've added value to my life. And so,
vice versa.
And so, but I think when you're able to do that, it also helps you to add value to the community. Because we've added value to each other, it's easy for us to add value to the community.
That's true.
We lived with parents who added value to the community. Your mom added value to the community. My parents added value to the community. It's the things that we do. So, so that's who she was, right?
Yeah.
And she created children that way. And I see Jason said, amen. The golden rule, treat people like you would like to be treated. If everyone would do this, the world would be a better place. You got that right, Jay, because honestly, I think, but here's the thing, and this is what I want to say to that comment. Some people don't treat themselves well, right? So when we say treat other people like we want to be treated, if we don't treat ourselves well, we won't treat other people well because we don't treat ourselves well.
Right.
That was a nugget.
Yeah, that was a nugget.
That was a nugget right there because, some people say, well, treat that person as you would treat how you want your family, treat that patient, like you want your family treated. Some people don't like their family, right? So they treat the patients like they treat their family like that. They don't like them.
Right.
So we've got to definitely be in a place that, we've got to understand, goodness and kindness and meekness and all that kind of stuff. That it said out of all these things, it said the greatest of them is love.
That's right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can love, you can have all of those things.
Yeah, and I love that about the about what Pastor Garner said, because it stuck with me. Add value to everything that you do should be adding value to to someone or something,
Right.
right? And I just think that was powerful. And we say rest in peace, Miss Brown.
I want to mention really quickly, our family, all of us, the siblings on my sister and your sister and brothers, we and the kids, we all did a $50 donation on behalf of Miss Brown's daycare center, the Colin Allen Daycare Center. So it came out to be like $350 scholarship from us that we will be, giving to them. George Brown and the Addisons and other people added to that. So George sent me $700 on day before yesterday. So together so far we've raised $1,050 in behalf of Miss Brown in her name to go to the Colin Allen Daycare Center in Mount Vernon, New York. And then the executive director there is Gloria Pope. And so, I'd already reached out to her and told her that I would be connecting with her to give her, $1,050. Anyone wanting to contribute to the scholarship fund at the Colin Allen Daycare Center on behalf of Miss Andrea Brown, you can notify the Colin Allen Daycare Center. I'll be putting up a link a little bit later on, but I just wanted to remind people that, how awesome Miss Brown was. So
right.
If we could do a scholarship on her behalf, she used to make sure that, and I love this, somebody said this, and I don't know who it was. Somebody got up and said, Miss Brown made top-notch daycare for those who could not afford top-notch daycare.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? I thought that was like powerful, right?
Yeah, it was.
She made sure that people who couldn't afford daycare had great people taking care of their kids. And it was so good, and I know we aren't supposed to do this, it was so good that children who grew up in her daycare center came back and brought their children to the daycare center.
That's right, yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, I mean, you're not off topic, because Christmas is about adding value to. If we had to have a theme today,
yes,
right?
Yes.
You're not only going to bless your family on Christmas, right? Many of you are going to think about homeless shelters, right? And you're going to provide gifts. Already, churches, organizations like my organization, the Boys and Girls Club, added value too. They gave gifts to the kids, but they also give gifts to kids who are not members of the club, right? Churches all over the country is providing food and providing toys and gifts for people who cannot afford them or find themselves in homeless shelters. I mean, again, it can't be a one-day thing or a seasonal thing. There are people with needs every single day, right? Please, in 2024, let's add more value to, right, to others, to organizations, right, as we go into 2024. Start right now, but carry over into 2024, right? Make sure you're adding value to somebody. I mean, that's very powerful, and that's the theme for today.
Right.
So
you think about all the churches, like you said, and all of the churches and all of the
Toys for Tots.
Yeah,
The military's giving toys.
We were talking to Pastor Pogue the other day, Pastor Steve Pogue from Centennial, and he said his church gave out over 200 and something, I think 280 or 2-something gifts to Cecil Parker School that they adopted.
Right.
Now imagine if we have 400 churches in our city, right? If every church adopted a different school, every kid would go home with a toy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? If every church adopted a different school, every kid would go home with a toy.
Right.
you know. So that would be a challenge. We could. Pastor Pogue is the president of the United Black Clergy, and you know, I don't know if that's something that they're already doing, because they may be already doing it. I don't know, but that was, you know, and it doesn't mean a toy. It could go home with something, you know, whatever, you know, go home with something. But I can imagine how much of fun that day must have been for those kids, you know, knowing that that Pastor Pogue was
and that, you know, being a part of the you know, my Boys and Girls Club, right? So I've been about 50 years. I was a part of the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club, over 50 years. You know, I was a little kid going to the Boys Club. And I remember all the wonderful things that the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon did for me and my family. And I remember for 27 years, we provided Thanksgiving dinners for seniors. We provided toys and gifts for not only members of the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon, but kids outside. Now coats, food. I mean, I mean, as we go into 2024, right? We have to become givers, you know. And there's a scripture for giving. You know, we are more blessed. You're more blessed to give than receive, right? And I like to think of myself as a giver. So,
you definitely have the gift bug.
Oh yeah. I get, you know, I love giving gifts. You know, I love seeing the expressions on people's faces when I give the gift, right? I mean, people used to call me up from all over the place because they knew that, you know, we solicited people to give gifts so that we can give them out to kids. I mean, used to give them to hospitals. I mean, organizations every year. I mean, yeah, this is a time of celebration of Christmas. So let's get rolling. I gotta, now it has nothing. This is my book of the week.
Ooh, book of the week. Let's see.
And let me while I say my book of the week, hold on. Let me say my book of the week, because I'm gonna issue a challenge for 2024. And I want to put out a challenge, particularly to churches, right? And you know, before I give my book of the week,
okay,
right? We have an illiteracy problem in America. Period. We have an illiteracy problem not only in America, but all over the world. I mean, the data, statistics is alarming and has been for a long time, right? And if the solution is reading, right? If the solution is learning to read, learning to comprehend, because if you can't read, right, how can you do math, science, English, you know, history? How can you do any of those things if you cannot read, if you cannot comprehend what you read? Right? And you can't do math, right? And with the education system always changing, ever changing, right? If we can really help our kids, particularly African American kids, right? We could really help them if we can help them learn how to read and write better. So my challenge in 2024. I'm sure whether you're a storefront, there's one educator in your building, right? I mean, there's somebody. If they're not a teacher in the school, they're teaching Sunday school, they're teaching Bible study, right? They're teaching, right? And if we can, and I know there could be 2 and 3 educators, if we could take the time to make sure, right, that the people in our church know how to read, from adults to youth, right? Challenge to read and comprehend what you read, right? If we can invite some kids, those teachers, you talk about ministry, this is a ministry, because the blueprint is about the 7 spheres of influence, and one of the spheres of influence is education, right? And if you have educators in your building, right? There's no way in the world, and my wife mentioned 400 churches, it may be 200 churches, whatever it is. Sometimes it's building, the church's own buildings, and so it's 400 properties, right? And it may be 200 churches and 300 churches in 4.2 square miles in Mount Vernon. I'm just using my hometown as you know, as an example, right? If we could make sure that every kid could read and comprehend reading, I mean, in 2024, right, if we can invite kids in the community, right, we could change instantly in 1 to 2 or 3 years. We can change the whole destiny of in our community in Mount Vernon. We could change the whole trajectory of where those kids are going.
You know what? One of the things my pastor does, Pastor Derek Adams, he does the book reading challenges, monthly book reading challenges, to see how many books kids are reading, and it sometimes just creating a book reading challenge with the kids is helpful because it's competitive, but it fosters reading, and I think that's a really good thing. And maybe having them do reading in little small book report. I think it was, I don't know if it was Ben Carson. It was one of I think Ben Carson.
Dr. Ben Carson.
His mother made him write. They made them read books and write book reports, but she couldn't read.
Right.
Right. She used to make them write the book reports, and it was pretty cool.
Which goes to the point, she couldn't read, but somebody taught them how to read. Right, and then, but she advocated, right, for whoever was teaching them how to read, that they learn how to read. You know, so that's the other thing too, and you know, especially if you got small children, read to children, right? We used to have this thing at the boys club called drop everything and read. Dare, right? You hear the horn, and every counselor used to stop what they were doing, right where they were doing, outside, inside. Once they heard that horn, right, they would stop, pull out books, because they had prepared books, pull out books and started reading it to the kids, and then eventually having a kid read to kids, right? Cool. It's called Dare. Drop everything and read. Cool. Right, I like that. Drop everything and read, and you know, hey, you talking about gifts? This is an important gift, right? Is to learn to read and comprehend.
So maybe one of the things that we should do, if you have not purchased a book for a child to read for this holiday, you got 48 hours. Go out and buy at least one book for your child for Christmas. Could be a fun book, could be any book, but sticking with your challenge, if we can get one book, at least one book for a kid to read for this Christmas holiday, we will do exactly what you said, and we will put a dent in illiteracy.
Yes. And let me finally say this about books. I love it, you know, and that was my challenge growing up, and then part of my book, from the Boys and Girls Club to the NBA, I talk about family, right? And we know that in family, right, there's dysfunction and function, but there's still family, right? Inside of family, like right now, you know, our whole Christmas has changed. You know, when you look back over the years, I was saying it to my wife. We were driving back going Christmas shopping, right? We was going Christmas shopping to the outlets, and we were talking about different things about Christmas, right? But I think about, like, for me personally, right? For me personally, you know, most of the men in my life, I remember those Christmas when they were there. And then I remember the Christmas when they weren't. You know, my dad, my uncles, everybody, all the men just kind of disappeared, you know, over the years. It didn't stop. That's a terrible thing. to be excited to have all your uncles, your father, everybody there, and then not have them there, right? But the joy of Christmas did not. The celebration of it, the celebration of family continues, right? Whether it's functional or dysfunctional. So that's why we're doing this show, because
And you have to think about it, because we talk about dysfunctional, but dysfunctional to who? Right? We talk this dysfunctional family, dysfunction. Everybody got a dysfunction.
oh no, without a doubt.
It's just functioning in the dysfunction. That it is. But I'm sorry. I don't think anybody has a perfect family. There's some issues in everybody's family. Some people know how to mask it better than others. That's all. And I'm speaking as a social worker, as a person in a family, person grew up in a family. A lot of people would look at my family with my parents and say, "Oh, they had a great family," but they don't know what we went through. They don't know what we've gone through. They don't know. There's always something that a family has that we grew up in a time, right? What goes on in your house stays in your house, right? You aren't allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, like playing sports. What stays in the locker room, what goes on in the locker room stays in the locker room.
But the issue is that some of the things that are going on in those homes are not necessarily always good, right? So you're hiding it better than somebody else because you were told not to say anything about it. We ain't even talking about the show. Let's go. Let's look at Kevin's comment. Kevin said that the Pelham Library, right, right across the bridge from us. They had a summer book reading challenge for ages 6 to 12. He said his kids were involved in the day. They got gifts every 2 weeks, depending on how many books they read. I like that because the 2-week window is a shorter time period, right? So it kind of really pushes them. So I definitely think that we need to really do something. Let's really push this challenge. I love it so very much.
Yeah. And then the thing is, most kids that say they want to go to college, you ask your kid, hey, you want higher education, you want to go to college, right? Right? This is the preparation for higher education. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you can go to vocational school, you can go anyway, you got to read something. You got to take a test, right? So if you start reading now, right, it's going to accelerate, right, what you're going to do and achieve in the future. But you have to start now. Right? You have to act like or live in where you're going. And you need reading and comprehension and writing and math to get there. No getting around it.
Yep. All right,
so
go to
here's my book.
Of the week. Yes.
Here's my book of the week. Naomi Watson. I mean, I was checking her out on the Morning Today show. And she has created these books. And they're coloring books.
Oh.
Right? And it's to bring about diversity.
Nice.
Right? And not only, and she says it creates portals, right? Because sometimes we need to know who we are. So when we color those coloring books, and there are people inside those coloring books who have gone on to success, and you color them in. But she says it's also a portal that's used to go into other cultures so that other cultures can learn about who we are.
Nice.
Right? Because a lot of times in history, we know who everybody else is. Right? But a lot of times people don't know who we are. Sometimes we get stuck. We in certain instances have been forced to know everybody's culture.
So what's her name again?
Naomi Watson.
No, Naomi Watson.
Yes,
okay.
Naomi Watson. And that's my book. She got books, right? So if you want to give something to a kid to learn about diversity, to learn about themselves, sometimes through coloring. I'll give you a quick story, right? During the pandemic, my son Losey, my oldest son,
Lord.
for Christmas, he sent his mother Christmas gifts, right? And in the Christmas gifts, one of the Christmas gifts was a coloring book.
He didn't send it for Christmas. He must have given it to me for Mother's Day. It was in the midst of the pandemic.
But then he sent you another one too. You said, "Don't send me no more."
Don't you ever send me a Christmas coloring book again.
And she literally, I wish we had this book down here, boy. She literally colored this coloring book, was very difficult. It's a difficult color book, man, because, you had to really concentrate. But, what was powerful was that during the pandemic, right, it made you concentrate on other things. You sitting there, you're not thinking about your job. She's trying to get, and if you know my wife, right, if she gets focused on something, right, even though she didn't want to do it, but once she started, she just couldn't stop, right, and she just kept coloring and coloring. I'm talking about, I don't know, it had to be hundreds of pages in there. No, she gonna put something up, man.
No, I'm not gonna be able to put it unless I put it up over there, but it was crazy.
If you see her messing around over here, she's putting up pictures. So, she's finding something in the phone and putting it up. But coloring is so relaxing. I don't know if you guys.
But first of all, I don't know if he bought me or after I started coloring, he bought me the coloring pencils, right?
Oh no, he bought you the pencils.
But I ended up buying because I ran all the pencils down. I bought like 100, 200 something coloring pencils.
Yeah, she got anal. She went crazy on them things.
But it actually did help me through the pandemic.
Yeah, no
doubt about it, because there were days I was coming home stressed out.
Because she liked to get up and go, right? And in the pandemic, wasn't no getting up and going. Everybody was staying at home, and so she had nothing else to do. Color that coloring book. Either worry about what's going on at the job, worry about who had COVID. Nah, she was in that coloring book. Man, tell those you better not buy me that. But she was still coloring. So
no, I don't ever want to do that again.
That's my book of the week right there. Here's my word of the week. Right.
Listen, Charlie said, I remember coloring because she had a big tin of coloring pencils. I did, Charlie. I did. Man. I had a big tin, and I'm telling you, that tin was. I think I threw the pencils in the garbage.
I haven't seen the coloring books or the pencils. But yeah, I got some words here because we started a few weeks ago with reset. We did reset. Now I'm just trying to, over the period of this last couple of months, I've been just trying to change your thinking, right? Because we should be in preparation mode. You can't go in to New Year's resolutions without a plan, right? If you're going to change something, right, you got to have a blueprint, right? You got to start establishing a blueprint, because if you're going to build something, right, you can't just imagine it and I'm going to build it, right? No, you have to create a blueprint. What goes where, right? How big is it going to be? How long is it going to be? How difficult is it going to be for me to get that? How long is it going to take me to get there, right? You got to create a vision, a blueprint, right? So we said, if you're going to do something in 2024, and we're going to talk about it next week too as well. We've dealt with 3 words so far. Reset. Stop what you're doing. Think about what it is that you want to do, right? As 2024 comes up, what do you see for yourself over the next 3 to 5 years? It may be getting out of debt. It may be starting a business. And even in a business, you need a business plan, right? So you need a blueprint. So reset, realign, right? And today, my word of the week for this week is restart. Reset, realign, restart, right? And I think there's another word of the week in there as well. Yeah, restart. Reset, realign, restart. Spiritually, mentally, physically, holistically, right? Right? Think about that. Change your mindset as you move forward to 2024. Restart. Right? And then here's my Pierce Harper affirmation moment, quote moment from Denzel Washington. Right? It says, some people are waiting to see you fail.
You know that.
Some are waiting to see you quit.
Yes.
Let them wait forever.
Come on,
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
I felt the sermon in that thing. I almost want to shout hallelujah.
Let them wait forever. Right? Because some people thought I was going to quit. Some people thought I was going to give up. You know, nah, never quit.
Some people actually put obstacles in your way so you can quit, so you can give up. But, not.
Yeah. Never quit.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Yeah.
You know, I seen people on their deathbed never quit.
Never quit.
Man, love life. You know, so, and then here's, again, I did a repeat, because last night while people were probably asleep, we were watching The Preacher's Wife.
Yes, with me.
Well, some people were watching it through their eyes.
Yeah, that would be me. Sorry.
Yeah, we were watching it through their eyes. But last night we watched The Preacher's Wife. Of course, the music is amazing. Of course, the movie is amazing.
Did you put up that last week? Did you do something last week with her?
I did the same music.
Oh, okay.
I had to do it again. It was so good I had to do it twice. It was so nice I had to do it twice.
Oh my goodness.
I had to do it
Well, I think last week, yeah.
And I'm gonna go back. Please put it. What's your favorite song? Right. What's your favorite Christmas song? Right. Yeah. Let me know what your favorite Christmas song. Your favorite Christmas movie, because that's the song and the movie is there from The Preacher's Wife. Right. And my wife is working on something over here. You know, she's multitasking while we do the show, and then check this out. I think we got a picture because we were actually at the premiere of The Preacher's Wife, right? I think you see Pauletta Washington and my wife.
And I was young. Look at me.
Woo! And then there's
go,
me and Denzel and my wife right there. And we were at the premiere of The Preacher's Wife. Now, I don't know if you knew this or not. Like, as much as we enjoyed the movie,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's it's probably a tradition or something that Denzel created for his own self. But, you know, he does the movies, but he doesn't watch the movies. I mean, so...
What? Yeah.
So
I guess when you got money, you can do that stuff.
No, so he comes to the red carpet, right? He goes to all the premieres, right?
Yeah.
And soon as the premiere gets ready to start, he gets up and leaves.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but he's never actually seen his movie. He hear you talk about the movie and what you like about the movie. He just does the movie. I mean, and there's reason why he does the movie, you know, why he takes that script on or how involved he gets with that script. But and we went to the Rose Garden?
We went to something.
It was
I thought
it was the Rose Garden. It's that big place in Manhattan. It was an open space where they have different venues. I think it's the Rose Garden. And man, let me tell you something. Whitney, met Whitney and Courtney Vance. Of course, Courtney Vance is another alumnus of the Boys and Girls Club of America. He went to a Boys and Girls Club. Mm-hmm. Courtney Vance. Everybody was there. You name it. Everybody was there. At that. But Whitney, literally, my wife could tell you, Whitney's one of my favorite all-time singers. Mm-hmm. Whitney is.
Yeah,
right.
That's your girl.
Yeah.
She's the same exact age as me. Well, she was.
And man, Whitney sung all night long, and she brought up everybody you could think of. Shirley Caesar, she brought up. CeCe Winans. Who else was it?
No, I just know that they were singing.
They were singing.
And they had, what are the big choirs? What is that choir? Was it Mississippi Mass? I think it was Mississippi Mass that sang.
So you had asked a couple of things. What is your favorite song? Charlie said it's the most wonderful time of the year by Andy Williams. Christmas. It's by Percy Faith.
Percy Faith. Oh.
Yeah, Percy Faith.
Hey, my favorite is. What's my favorite?
Chestnuts roasted on the open
Nat,
fire by Nat King
Nat
Cole.
King Cole. Yeah, Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole.
We could have won that on the dating game.
Yeah. Nat King Cole, right? And I think we got a couple of, other music besides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
besides Whitney.
One of your favorite ones is definitely from the Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5 album. Along with Nat King Cole. There you go right there. The Jackson 5, right? And Nat King Cole. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, you better
Jack
sing.
Frost nipping at your nose. You tie cows being sung by a choir. And folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Sing, boy, sing.
When I was young, Mr. Jones, he sweared I looked like Nat King Cole, right?
Charlie says, sing low.
Yeah, he used to call me Nat King Cole, man. Oh man, he used to call me Nat King Cole. I said, I don't look like no Nat King Cole.
I'm hoping, like with you singing like that, I'm hoping that Michelle or Losey do one of those challenges with us tomorrow. Those challenges that they have, where they have to sing a song like a couple of bars, and you have a group of people. I'm hoping that we do that challenge tomorrow. I'm hoping. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures from the coloring book.
Yo, this is outrageous. I wouldn't have. Now I thought I had patience, but this is from the coloring book. She colored these things. I don't know how she did it, but she was seriously into this coloring book. Once she got a hold of it, I mean, this is through the pandemic. This is called pandemic stress relievers.
Pandemic coloring.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely crazy.
I was in it to win it.
Yeah. First of all, I'm an artist. I would have never gotten any of these things. No, I would have lost my patience after.
Oh yeah, no, that was crazy. That's just a couple of pages.
Yeah.
Jake not talking about end the show with a duet. It'll end the show forever. Nobody
stop watching.
Come back. They'll say, stay in your lane.
Yeah, definitely. Keep shooting the ball. Oh man, no, that was cool. Yeah, I think we got some birthday shout outs.
Oh, no birthday shout outs. I don't think today.
Well, I think
you had a couple. Let's see. You had a couple. Did you?
A couple of movies. When you're talking about the Black Nativity movie, I love that movie right there, and I also love
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
I think I put up the picture from our shirts. I think I put that in here. Let me see if I. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So in case you really want to know what's on our shirts. Because you might not have been able to see it.
That's on our shirts.
That's on our t-shirts.
Our theme,
our hoodies.
Yeah, that's on our hoodies right now. Our theme for this Christmas is movie themes, right? And that's on our sweatshirt.
And that's me and Lowe's at our 37th anniversary with the basketball. That is so. I love that. That's like one of my favorite shots.
Mm-hmm. And we both played basketball.
Yeah.
And of course, we got the grandkids there. Our kids said we stole the grandkids
for our theme shirts.
For our theme shirts,
I said, then have your own.
Yeah, no, that was cool, powerful.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but oh no.
Oh, Charlie talking about I would sit next to him while we were singing on the Zoom. Yeah, that's true. And I'd be coloring away.
Yeah, be coloring. Yeah. Hey, you see that's time consuming right there. That's hours and days.
Sometimes I didn't go to sleep till midnight, and you know I go to sleep early.
Yeah, coloring that coloring book, man. Uh-oh.
Oh, Kevin's listening to his Jackson 5. Let me tell you, classic album.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Santa Claus is coming to town. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
I tell you, them was songs that make you straighten up. At least around Christmas, man, you was doing all your work. When they say, "Oh, have you been naughty or nice?" I was like, man, I want Santa to come, and because I'm gonna be nice, you know. So
I think you have also today. Let me see. I think you have a person of the week.
I did. I have person of the week. Samuel Jackson.
Hey,
what is Samuel Jackson not in? That's what
I was going to say. He's the movie king.
The movie king. Yeah.
He's in more movies. I think he's been in more movies than any other actor in the history of acting. He's been in more movies than
you know. And you know what?
And he doesn't even care what role he plays. He just says I need to stay active in my craft.
Oh yeah, and he take little parts. He take little part, big part. I think those little parts added up to big parts. I mean, some people like I want a whole lot of stuff. You know, I want a whole lot of lines. Man, Samuel comes in for a minute.
I remember that movie, right? There was a movie, it was a shark movie, right? I think it was like within the first like 20 minutes of the movie, and he was like, "And no shark gonna come get me." He's doing all this talking, all of a sudden the shark comes out of the water and snatches him, and he's gone.
Yeah, but he was in that movie for a while.
Nah, man, I thought that was pretty early.
Coming to America. Coming to America, right? He was robbing McDowell's, not McDonald's, McDowell's. And Eddie Murphy, you know, took his gun and all that kind of stuff when he was robbing. He was in there like 2 minutes.
I think he was in the same role in what is it? There was one Spike Lee's movie when he was the drug addict. Wasn't he in one of the movies?
No, he was in most of that movie because what's the name of that movie? Oh man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We on the same page.
Yeah, him
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. They were both on Addicts.
Yeah, they were. They were Addicts. That's cool.
Yeah. So
my brother said his Filipino, when he lived in the Philippines, he said they played that Jackson 5 Christmas album all day long
during the summertime.
He said, and Kevin said, "Silent Night, The Temptations."
Oh yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I want to ask Calvin, man, around Christmas time, what is he singing in the shower? Because he take like 9-10 hour showers. So, you know, he had to sing the whole Jackson 5 song in the shower, you know, and the Temptations.
My brother could sing. Don't be messing with my brother. My brother could sing now.
Oh, I didn't say he couldn't sing, but he sing in the shower. I mean,
listen, my brother said everything.
He sing everything in the shower.
I sing everything in the shower, and he gets every note.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's keep moving.
Hey,
you said you wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some. I want to talk about really next week we're gonna have a what is it? A New Year's Eve. This Saturday. It's not Saturday. New Year's Eve is not Saturday, but a New Year's Eve weekend. Another Saturday podcast next week, a special podcast.
Is it gonna be me and you again?
I don't know who's gonna be on there, but we're gonna talk about. Okay. We could probably do me and you, but it
could be the kids.
The word is gonna be reclaimed.
Ooh, that's how we. Okay. Shh. Let's tell them next week.
Yeah. Did I make a flyer for that?
Yes, I did, but I didn't put it up. So.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, another Saturday morning.
Wait.
You know.
I think you have some pictures up here. I don't know if you want to talk about them.
Yeah, I wanted to. That's me, Mom, Poppy. That's of course my wife's mom and dad there, and so I want to find out your moments. You know, growing up around Christmas. I mean, and with your mom and dad, your brothers and sisters. I mean. I think it was we were driving home from the outlets, and Losey was in the car because Losey, this is how he thinks. and he didn't even know. I don't think he knew we were doing a Christmas show. So he started asking us what was our favorite Christmas. I think my wife kind of started getting a little emotional, because you know that was a big time of the year, and even Losey said that one of the favorite times of the year since we've been married, and he's been born, is us going to me, mom, and Poppy's house, and then leaving me, mom, and Poppy's house, and going over to my sister's house, Tracy's, and because my mom would be over there, So talk about some, because she got kind of choked up in the car. She was in the back seat.
I don't know why you trying to do this to me again.
Yeah. So talk about some Christmas moments.
For me, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
bringing it from the kid to.
Oh man, you man. As a kid, we lived in Yonkers on 64 Bruce Avenue.
That's so unfortunate.
You see, so anywho, I lived in Yonkers, till I was 10. And I remember my father and mother trying to hide gifts. That's probably, my brother would always find them, I think. I think he would find them. He would sometimes, as he got older, he would help hide them. I remember him getting a Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Yeah.
And we were on one side of the thing, hitting those. For some reason, I just drew an absolute blank on Christmas. As a kid, I remember going to, and Calvin, I need you to help me here. We would spend quite a few of them in North Carolina with my grandparents. We would be with my grandmother, and we'd be my grandfather and Aunt Sweet and Aunt Vi. We would spend quite a few Christmases down there. But I don't really I don't have something that stands out for me as the Christmas that sets off my memories. I just remember just being down south, and being with my grandfather, and I think Calvin always stayed at Aunt Sweet's house. That was his place. That was his other house. Mm-hmm. And then Dee Dee and we stayed at my grandfather's, or we stayed at Aunt Carrie's, or we stayed at Aunt Vi's. Those were the three places that we would alternate staying, and having getting dolls and I don't have those
Wow.
those memories from childhood, that stand out. I was hoping that Calvin and Dee Dee would help me a little bit.
And for you out there, can you give us maybe 1-2 Christmas moments, a special Christmas moment that you had, either as an adult or as a child? Special moment, because I can get on a tangent about Christmas moments. But I as I was telling them in the car the other day.
Oh, I remember Dee Dee got a baby alive for Christmas. That one I remember. She got a baby alive, and that was the biggest thing, because the baby actually with the food.
Yeah, I remember
and it used
baby
to poop.
alive.
Used to poop. Used to eat it. Used to feed it. Used to poop.
I don't know if that was a good or bad idea, but
yeah. I remember she got that, but I just don't have those memories. I was hoping Dee Dee would be on this show and she would throw some memories up for me and Calvin, but I just don't have things that I can remember other than being with my grandmother and my grandfather, and being down south.
Hey, I remember we lived in Albany, and I was working for Redemption Christian Academy. Mm-hmm. Right, and this is for for some young people out there. I met a toy maker. I think Elder Massey's father-in-law or his father.
I'm not sure.
It's either his father-in-law. Elder Massey was in charge of the Redemption Christian Academy school, church, and bakery in Albany, New York, and I worked for them for about a year. and he introduced me. He's either his father or father-in-law, who was a toy maker, right? And I always thought of toy makers like Hasbro, Mattel, right? And then a lot of other companies came that I didn't know any black toy makers, but he literally took me over to his house, and he had all these toys that he had made with his hands.
Isn't there a movie like that, like a toy maker movie? Isn't there a movie that
I don't
was
know,
like...
but this guy, he was real. And you mentioned I had a Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Yeah, my brother was
Right.
Rock'em Sock'em. I think it was a yellow one and a blue one.
Yeah, red and blue. But
Dee Dee said I told her there was no Santa. Oh, thanks for the memories, Dee Dee.
and he, now this is where it's gonna get this is not crazy, but he literally made Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Seriously?
Seriously. He invented Rock'em Sock'em robot, right? And he, of course, as a black man, he tried to
Patent it?
well, he went to a toy company. I'm not even gonna mention the toy company, right? He went to the toy company and he presented it to the toy company, and the toy company said they were not interested, right? And then the following year, they took it, and that's how you got Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Wow.
Right now, here's the other one. Johnny Bench's Batter Up. Remember Johnny Bench used to stand up and try to hit a ball. You know, you put the ball, you put the little ball on the thing, and Johnny Bench, you had to try to make Johnny Bench hit the ball. Johnny Bench's Batter Up.
Yes.
Right? And he created that.
Wow.
But the same thing happened to him. He took it to someone, and they told him they weren't interested in it. And the following year, they presented it during Christmas.
Wow.
Right. So he had so many toys there. It was like he had like a toy area there. It was just crazy how creative he was. Yeah. I mean, so what we got down there?
My sister said, since I told her there was no Santa, she said I made her hide behind the couch and pointed out we had no, I mean, I can't. Oh my God, she's killing me right now. Calvin said he had Hot Wheels too. Yeah, Hot Wheels.
Yeah, what's your favorite Christmas toy? Somebody got to have a favorite Christmas toy out there. I'm going to tell you mine.
Oh, listen, Jason has one. Losing power on Christmas morning. We opened presents using flashlights from our cell phones. We spent the entire day without power. We went to Sheets for breakfast and made Christmas dinner on the grill outside our garage. We made the best of a bad situation.
That's right.
That's a great...
That's what Christmas is all about.
Right there.
Yeah. Hey, Christmas, you know, I said earlier, for me, 3 things. Christmas is about Christ, right? He's the reason for the season.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It's about family.
Yeah.
And it's about celebration. Whether you have a tree or not, whether you have gifts or not, right? We're still going to celebrate. Right? We're going to celebrate family. We're going to celebrate and be thankful to God. Right? And we're going to bring value. Right? Christmas is about bringing value to others.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, the Christmas tree, because it's green, it is impacting the green screen, and that's why it's black. But to us, we see it as green, you see it as black, but that's because of the green screen.
Hey,
that's
I'm going to make a black Christmas tree.
So,
and sell them for Christmas.
But yeah, so memories are, there's nothing better than having, Christmas memories. You showed my parents, so here's yours.
Yeah, that's my mom and dad.
Your dad was cool, man.
Yeah. He had the Gumby back in the day, man. You remember the Gumby? When guys used to wear their hair. I never wore my hair like that. The Gumby. Yeah.
He
is fine. And then you start showing you brought some pictures. But yeah, I mean, Christmas for us.
Yeah, because I want that. See that young picture?
Of you?
Yeah, you see that young picture? That's me. That's the young me.
Yeah.
With the young, that jacket's red.
Mm-hmm. You want to see? You want to see whether or not you look like your grandson? I don't know. You think you look like your grandson at all?
That's my grandson's first school picture.
Where's his first picture? I know it's somewhere in here.
It's in there. It's at the top.
I didn't see it. So.
Yeah, up top by where the books are.
Oh yeah. But oh yeah. It's not there. You missed it. It's gone. Oh, there he is. First school picture. Look at that.
Whoa, Dakota.
He is the cutest.
He's calm in this picture.
I know he's not.
Because usually he's going like 100 miles an hour.
I bet you if you saw that apple afterwards, that little green thing is gone.
They probably said, "Don't tab the apple because we gotta give it to the next kid to take a picture." You know. Oh man.
My brother said family love was the best present. You got that right.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what it's all about. You know.
Landis Clam said the Gumby I never knew it was called. Me neither. Me neither. I never knew it was called that either. So let's kind of go through a few more of our memories. Christmas. I think you wanted to you wanted to show, some more of our Christmas. This was when Sherelle and Michelle were babies.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our Christmas picture that we had.
Yeah.
And Sherelle had.
Our Christmas picture was, man, getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for church.
Yeah, man, that was.
Look at them little rocking chairs back there, man. Little colorful rocking chairs back there. They each of them have. I think you was about to work on Sherelle's hair, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Truly, it is really an amazing time. When you start thinking about family, though, and Christmas, and people lose sight, because there's a lot of people that don't celebrate Christmas, and that's okay. I think one of the things that we stood out for as far as Christmas for us, we look at these holidays as an opportunity for family to get together, right? Now, we have for years, have started having family Christmases here. At one point, we would have 30 or 40 people here for Christmas, and it was the most amazing time. Everybody has moved away. And this year is going to be the first year that it's just going to be really intimate. It's going to be our children, our grandchildren, hopefully your mom, your aunt, and your two aunts, Aunt Crystal and Aunt Joyce. So hopefully we'll just have a good time with us, and we'll have a good time in starting our own traditions with our family, because we're the only one of your siblings left in New York. And my sister's in Virginia with her children. So my brother's in Virginia with his family. So it's just us now. And so I think for me, it's the starting of a new memory, but I'm just hoping that always that we'll have family that'll be together with us for Christmas.
Hey, well, we have to make up a situation where everybody come to one place or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas moment and toy?
And your Christmas moment and toy.
And your song. What's your favorite song and movie?
So we've also had themes every year, and one of the last, I think, a couple of years ago, there's a Christmas that we have when Uncle Sonny, passed away last year in October, and so this is Uncle Sonny with the nieces, me and my sister, my daughter, and my niece, and I miss Uncle Sonny because he was with us for the 2019 Christmas, the 2020 Christmas, the 2021 Christmas, and he was living with us then, and we were taking care of him. He was living with us, and it was just really an awesome time to be able to spend time with Uncle Sonny.
Yeah, and Uncle Sonny taught us a new verse.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know the verse.
A day or two ago.
Oh no, but it was what's the
we wish
the
you a Merry
stanza
Christmas. We wish you a Merry
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. A day or two ago. I don't even know the rest of it.
I thought I'd take a ride. And Miss Sally Pride was sitting at my side. That's actually the real words to the song.
But I'm saying, I didn't even know. He just started going off in this other direction, and everybody in the whole family was like, "What?"
He had that real deep voice.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was another stanza to Merry Christmas. So yeah, and you could see if you go back to that picture.
Yeah.
there's a theme. This was the Sesame, right? Sesame Street theme for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And I think you could show
A couple of other themes?
no, just show that one video,
Oh.
the video of the celebration when everybody's outside.
Dee Dee said Uncle Sonny loved that song. Oh, so that was from 2019, right?
2019.
Oh my goodness, 2019 was okay, so you asked me for my childhood, but my best Christmas was definitely that one. Just to kind of, so this is,
The celebration, right?
so let's see, so this,
Who did you have on your lap?
that must have been a warm Christmas, because we all out. I think, is it Carter? Could be Carter.
I don't know.
I don't know. 2009. So now you want the real video?
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, this is why she says, because this Christmas 2019 is the start of something, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dee Dee said National Lampoon.
So this is the one we want to show, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we want.
Thank you. Waiting for this. What?
Wait. Wait.
That's the funny. Hey, you see my face?
Right.
You see my face. We open up these cards, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, for me, I'm thinking they giving me a Nike gift card, and I'm like, I pull it out, and it's a picture. It's a picture of Michelle and Dakari, right? And I'm just
and they were
looking at
saying
it.
thank you for their wedding gifts.
Thank you for the wedding gifts and stuff like that. And then everybody starts screaming, but we don't know what's going on. Teresa's like, where?
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see anything. I'm completely blind. And in this little tiny thing at the bottom, it said love Dakari and Michelle, and then it said +1. So I didn't see the +1.
Right.
So everybody's going,
First of all, I didn't see the +1 either. I was looking for my Nike gift card, and that was the first celebration of our, the start of our grandchildren.
Yeah, well.
Michelle and Dakari were pregnant, and that was the first. If we could show that one more time, you can see. Now you'll know why. You
you want to see it again? It's only 40 seconds.
It's only 40 seconds. Look at our surprise. We don't know what's going on.
And they tease me all the time because I'm going, where? Because I can't see it. So when you see me going, where?
We finally figured out that we're having a grandson.
A grandchild.
A grandchild.
Thank you. Waiting for this. What?
Wait. Wait.
cry like I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But
Oh, man.
that's what that was in 2019. And just to kind of give you an idea of the Maynards today, that's Dakari and Michelle. That's the parents. And now instead of having one, we got two from them. So that's Dakari and Michelle's Christmas.
It started with Dakota, and now we got Hartley.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we were
Great
excited,
pictures.
excited about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man, that was awesome, man.
Yeah. Curtis writes, going to miss you guys this year for Christmas. Yep. He said, I know I moved away, but I loved coming over to your house for Christmas. Love you guys always. Yeah, we gonna miss you too. Man, we've had so many just memories of everybody getting together, you know, and that day was probably the best Christmas when we knew we could be grandparents.
Yeah.
We're already grandparents, so we had Amaya.
And
Amaya's with us now. We're so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, Dee Dee's like, we miss you and your themes. We always had a theme. Always had a theme. And my brother said he loves his favorite song was I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5.
Oh, well, let me say this. One of my favorite Christmas. And again, I don't know if it was a dream I had or it was real. But we were living on First Street. Well, we were living on Union Avenue behind the post office. And for many of you who live in Mount Vernon, behind the post office, we lived in a house next to a building in the back. Me, my mom, my dad, brothers, and sisters. So we lived back there in the back of the house. And I just remember, I don't know if I was, again, I don't know whether I was dreaming or not, but I guess my dad, I don't even know if he had a Santa suit on, but I don't know if I was dreaming it, but he was kissing my mom. And you know how you look through the little door, it was like a crack in the door, and I could see, like, I'm thinking my mom is kissing Santa Claus.
He was Santa Claus.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you know, my mom's kissing Santa. You know, again, I don't know if it was a dream or it was real, but when we woke up the next morning, man, we always I would wake up and wake everybody up. I mean, like, hey, it's Christmas, you know, and I get up and we wake up and we bust out the door and the Christmas tree is there because you go to bed and there's no presents, and we wake up and there's presents everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I don't even know if we had a lot, but at Christmas we had a lot. You know, and my favorite toy was a red wagon.
Wow.
I always say, red wagon? What you gonna do with the red wagon? You know, because you can get in and kind of pull it, or you can take stuff and put it in it, like rocks, branches, and you can pull it around and just put stuff in because you're outside working. You know, you put snow in it. I mean, and I think we got everything we wanted that Christmas, man. I just remember that was just amazing. And then you could go outside, whatever else we had, we can go outside across the street and play in the back of the post office because it was shut down. So you can run up and down the ramps and all that kind of stuff like that. So that's one of my favorite Christmas. Here's the other one. When I was little, my mother worked for a candy factory when I was a little kid. Christmas is just magical for me, right? And she used to work for this Christmas candy factory. It wasn't a Christmas. They made all kind of candy for every season. But Christmas time, they used to make the Santas, reindeers that you could put on the cake. You know, the candy you put on the cake. And she used to have snowman and reindeers and Christmas. And she used to make the coconut cake and the chocolate cake and all that kind of stuff like that.
First of all, your mama is the cake queen. Let's just start there.
Yeah. But, I mean, cake was so beautiful. And she could do them for Halloween or, you know, just memories. I just love Christmas.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of the cake queen, she made 43 cakes.
Yeah,
this week.
she did make 43.
43. If you didn't get one of her cakes, you missing out. Because there's nobody that can really put it together like she can.
Yeah. And my usually give money for DPW pick up your garbage every every week, all year round. You know.
Did they get their cakes?
Yeah, they got their cakes.
I know
Man,
they were
came
beeping
by
their horn. They were beeping their horn like they was
all week long.
They were
Let
waiting
them
for
know
their
we was
kicks.
coming. You know, most people want money. You know, guys want money and stuff like that. They want my mom cake. So I made 4 cakes and gave it to the guys on DPW. They do a tremendous job.
Yes,
on
shout out to our PT,
yeah.
our PT DPW guys are the bomb.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So my brother said he only likes to wake up early on Christmas. I don't know if he wants to wake up early today or Christmas. Now he's a little bit older, but when you were a kid, you might have wake up early.
Yeah. This is
So my
wonderful.
sister said she missed us, and Kurt said the same thing with our themes. Let me show you a couple of our themes. One year we had a theme, and everybody had a Bible, like something Bible on. So
A Bible,
a Bible
like a
verse
Bible
or
scripture
or
verse.
something. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this was us that year with our pictures.
And-
You know, Isaiah is one of his favorite scriptures is from Colossians. You know, do your best work today, but whatever you do all for God. You know, my brother, Lozy just went, not today, Satan. He kept it simple, not today, Satan.
And mine was love.
Of course, because that is your favorite scripture. So everybody had one, and that was pretty cool.
And our niece, right, cousin.
Oh yeah, Shannon made those shirts for us,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes we will always like to support, different people with businesses. So Shannon at the time was doing shirts, and she did a lot of things for us that week. Shout out to Shannon for that. And these shirts were made by David Drummond, United Cultures, and he, I always give him most of the shirts. When you saw the shirts, the Sesame shirts, he did those too. The Sesame shirts
he
too.
did all the Sesame
He does,
shirts.
So
Yeah.
we do that.
He did my blueprint hat too.
Yeah, he does all your blueprint hats. So that's us. That's our family picture back then. We had one year we had an NBA Christmas, and so everybody was wearing their NBA shirts. So that's we had that.
And there's a picture with it. Y'all, there's my mom,
Mom
Joyce.
and Joyce one year for our Christmas thing. I think I'm actually skinny in that picture. We had M&Ms.
Eminem.
And we were the M&Ms, and so it was so cool because we all, and that's us with Jamal, and that's all of our kids, So 3 boys, 2 girls, so Jamal and Lozy and
Yeah, we missing a few.
Isaiah and Sherelle and Michelle in that picture. And so I think Lowe's has put together some of our holiday pictures all the way through the years.
Yeah, but I think we got one more with the NBA. That's the NBA.
That's our NBA picture.
I got the Nets, the Pelicans, the Knicks, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, we really always have.
There go Maya right there.
Yeah, Maya's in that picture. Yep. So you'll be getting to see. We've always had a theme because we like themes. This was a picture that our family photo that we took because we wanted to have a picture with our entire family in it, and so this has everyone except for Lainey. Lainey is missing because she wasn't born yet. So you have in this picture Dakota and Hartley and Jade and Amaya, our grands, and then we have all of our kids. So it's an exciting time for us. We did one year when we actually I put shirts out that had who you were. So if you were a grandfather or a grandmother or something like that, everybody got a shirt or a hoodie, to match who they were. So we're always really trying to keep everybody up to date with some fun things. It's always good. Jason said you didn't have a San Diego Clippers jersey. San Diego doesn't. We need to have a San Diego Zoo because the San Diego Clippers is gone during that time. But we've just really had a lot of fun over the years getting together, And so our Christmas trees have always been. My husband is the consummate decorator. He likes to decorate. He put up a decoration in front, and the storm came and blew his decorations away. Look at here.
I'm not mad because
That's Dakota.
last year's theme was the Grinch.
Is that Lainey? No, that's Hartley.
Is that Hartley?
No, is that Dakota? Wait, I don't know. We can't even remember. That's Dakota for sure. And I think that's Dakota too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So we just running through some of our pictures that we had, back in the day. Is that Dakota again?
No, that's Laney.
Oh, that's Laney. Yes.
When we went to the tour, the Christmas tour
Absolutely.
at American Christmas. Yeah, and that's Denzel Washington, I was supposedly.
so they said.
Uh-oh, Santa dunking in a present.
Oh, that's nice. So those are all of our pictures. Truly, we ask that,
We're going to end on that one, too.
Yeah. Kalila can stick Laney in that photo. Yes, nobody liked Kalila. Because Kalila was in one of our pictures we had taken with our family before Kalila was born, and everybody was in it but Kalila. And one day Kalila, we looked it up and the picture had Kalila in the picture. And we're like, how'd she get in there? She put herself in the picture. Dee Dee did that with me one time. Me and Calvin were in the picture with our suite. And all of a sudden I looked up and Dee Dee put herself in the picture.
Oh,
you can do anything nowadays, man. These memories are definitely great. And what we look is to make more memories. I've had to do 2 funerals in the last month, right? Pastor Clayton's sister and Andrea Brown. And something that I said to everybody was take pictures. Pictures are memories. You can't, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people say, I don't like pictures, don't put me in pictures. But pictures may be the last thing that person has of you. Mm-hmm. So I believe in pictures. I believe taking pictures, making memories, and because when people look at that picture, like when they look at those pictures of us in 2019, like everybody remembers that event. Everybody remembers when we got that notification that Michelle was going to be a mommy, how we just like went absolutely bonkers. Because you and I were the last, in your family, your siblings, we were the last to become grandparents.
Right.
In my family, Dee Dee had all her grandchildren before we even got started. And she was the youngest. And then right after we had ours, my brother had his. So now my parents, have a bunch of pandemic grandbabies because my brother had 2 and we had 3 during the pandemic. So my parents would have had 5 great grandchildren born during the pandemic, and Dee Dee had 3 before that, so they would have had 8 great grandchildren during that time that they never got a chance to meet. They met, only one that mommy and daddy both met was Nelson. He's the only one. And then JoJo, my mom, met. And after that, they didn't meet anyone else. But we need to let them know of the legacy of their great grandmother.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Awesome, man.
As Monica said, the power of technology. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dee Dee said Kalila did the one where she added Dee Dee's head in it. It is crazy. So Lowe's had asked, and we want to close out this way. We have a couple of more minutes. He's been asking, what was one of your favorite memories, and what is some of your favorite gifts? Now, and as you guys are starting to upload any of that, one of our favorite memories too is I remember one year the first year we bought the house, we really didn't have a lot of money to give out for Christmas that first year. And we decided that we were going to go and buy gifts for another family. Mm-hmm. And I never forget taking the kids, they wrapped the gifts and we took the gifts over there. And they used to always talk about how that was so powerful that we blessed another family, and that we just kind of really spent a lot of time with each other that year. Mm-hmm. Because that would have probably been, like I said, that would have been 2000. It would have been the year of 2000 that would have happened, and we didn't really have a lot. And Christmas should never make you broke. I want to give some advice while you guys are sharing some memories. Please hit some comments up there about, some things that you remember, something that's outstanding. But I want to remind people, although you might be buying gifts, don't get broke so you can't pay your bills in January. Right? Mm-hmm. Your best gift is be able to pay bills. Because bills are important. And I remember sometimes just being creative. Make stuff with your hands. Mm-hmm. Find things that's important. There's a guy at my job right now, and I'll share this. He's Muslim. And we had a grab bag, and I gave him, and I had him. And I went and found something specific just for him.
for that was specific to him, and he was so excited that I thought just about him, during that time period. So truly, God is amazing, and he's given us some really great gifts and some great memories, and I'm excited about all that we're going to do this weekend. So we have our movie theme. I told Aunt Joyce and Aunt Crystal that they need to come as Thelma and Louise. Monica can come as Big Mama, or Medea, anything, because she's just, your mom is amazing.
Yeah, you got to ask them what they going to do.
Oh yeah.
Did they say what they was going to be?
No. Monica said this year was my best year because I was able to make sure all my students received a gift, but more so those children who don't celebrate, we were able to receive, and they were so happy. Exactly. It's just there's something about giving. Like this is, to me, giving and trying to find something that makes somebody happy. Lozy used to do this thing. He would say, "Ma, he used to call it, that was a game changer." Right? I would buy a gift. He goes, "That's a game changer." I like game changer gifts. When you could just do something and then people say, "That gift, I use that gift all year long." Now, my friend Joanne, Joanne is the re-gift queen. She's the re-gift queen. She would, if she didn't like a gift, she would re-gift it. But I want to shout out Joanne, my friend Joanne. Joanne bought 7 of my books, and she asked me to autograph them, and gave them out as gifts. Thaisa's husband, Al, asked for 10, and he gave them out for gifts as well. So I'm just grateful that books they gave, the books are out there and being sold, and God is good. So I'm looking forward to. We didn't have our Christmas celebration at church last Sunday because we had a pipe break in the basement, but we're all set for tomorrow. So I can't wait to be able to give gifts to the children and everything for tomorrow too. So looking forward to it.
All right, that's it. I want to thank you guys for logging on today in our the Blueprint Christmas special podcast this Saturday morning. Don't forget, next Saturday morning, that's December the 30th, at same time, 9 o'clock to 10:30. We're going to be on, and we're going to be celebrating the end of one year and the beginning and preparation for another year. And I look forward to it.
Yeah, we got a couple more comments as we close out. Jason, you've been with us all morning long.
Yeah, all morning.
Yo,
what's up, Jason?
Shout out to Jason Sareka. Thank you, Jay. He said his best Christmas gift is seeing my children's faces opening up presents on Christmas morning, taking photos of those special moments to last a lifetime. That's right. That's priceless. I go back from time to time and look at those photos. I can't help but smile. I absolutely agree.
That's right.
Dee Dee says our church members talked last Sunday about how much they enjoyed So What. Oh, thank you, Vernon Heights Congregational Church. Curtis says, Carla Moore, I love this family. Yes, we love you, Carla. We miss you. We hope you all, more family in Fayetteville, North Carolina, that you all have a great time. The Moores and the Georges, we miss you. We know you're going to have a blast, and we thank God for you. Monica, I think, is hanging out with us this weekend on Christmas Day. So, Monica, we'll see you on Monday. And Jason, again, Merry Christmas to you. And Dee Dee, thank you. Merry Christmas to the Hines family down in I think it's Gloucester, Virginia. And my brother in Alexandria, the Wallaces in Alexandria. To all of you, we look forward to celebrating. We can't wait to hear all the good stuff. Make some memories. Take some pictures. Have some fun. Laugh.
Hey.
And, that's what we're looking to do. We're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to sing. And we're going to eat.
That's right. And
put your diets on hold. Unless you're diabetic, make sure that you eat right. But everybody else, go for it.
Yeah, and if you can, you take a couple of special photos of Christmas. Send them to us. We'll show them up. We'll show them on next week.
Yes,
yeah, we'll show some pictures on next week. And love you guys too. I want to say God bless you.
Oh, but Dee Dee said, and this will be tomorrow. Happy birthday to Baby Eve. Baby Eve is actually Laven Wallace. She is my great niece. She was born last year on Christmas Eve. I think she was like only like 1 pound or something like that, 1 pound and change. And she was in hospital for 3 months. She's going to be a year. Now her name is Laven. I will always call her Eve because she was born on Christmas Eve. So I'm thanking God for my baby Eve. And I want to just shout out my cousin Mike, because a year ago, at the same time that Laven was being born, we lost our cousin Cynthia. So praying for my cousin Mike. And I wanted to say that because that was something I was thinking about earlier. A lot of people celebrate this holiday, right? But there's a lot of people that have lost loved ones. And this is a tough holiday. For those who've lost loved ones, and this is the first time that you're going to be having Christmas without them, we're praying for you. We wrap our arms around you. We love you. It is definitely not easy to experience this first Christmas without your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your niece, your nephew, son and daughter, whatever it is. But we're praying for you, and and take time and commemorate those people during that time as you begin to make new memories with those that are here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you had some wonderful times with them. I mean, this doesn't really console you, but you've had some wonderful memories, some wonderful times, right? And you gotta latch on to those things. Like I think about my grandmother, my grandfather. I think, so I think about them all the time at Christmas, because that was one of our favorite trips. Pack the kids in the, look, we was driving then, but man, I remember my mom packing us up, taking us down to the Port Authority, getting on that Trailway bus or that Greyhound, putting us all 4 kids on a bus to Plymouth, North Carolina for Christmas, right? And look, this is just you just enjoy it.
I flew to Atlanta yesterday, and I flew home yesterday. I got there early. I left early. I got to the airport early. I had no issues at all. I got TSA pre-check. Let me tell you, don't sleep on TSA pre-check. There was no line, really. I was able to get in. I relaxed. Everybody was respectful. I went to Newark. I've never flown out of Newark like that before. I thought Newark, they have recliners to wait. I mean, it was like so nice. And I went to Atlanta Airport, which is huge, but everything was smooth. I had no issues. I flew out in the morning at 7 something and got to Atlanta about 9:45. And then I flew back around 5:20, got home, and brought Amaya, and she gets to stay with us for a week. And we're just so excited to have Minnie with us for the week. So, so you guys have a great day. Travel safe.
Yep. Get those last minute gifts.
If you're going to go out to buy last minute gifts, keep your gifts with you. Don't leave them in your car, because this is a time when people will steal. So don't leave your stuff in your car as you go shopping somewhere else. You need to carry them with you. If you've ever been to Woodbury Commons, I don't know if you know, people bring suitcases, and they roll the suitcase when they go to buy stuff. They just roll the suitcases like they're in the airport, because they don't want to leave their stuff in the car. So be careful, be safe. We love you. Merry Christmas, and we will see you all next week.
Yeah, I say every week. God bless you, love you, and if God allows you to wake up tomorrow, make tomorrow your masterpiece.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Lowe's Moore, the Blueprint Podcast. Stay connected and follow us at our website, www.lowesmore.com. That's LOWESMOORE.com. You can also join the discussion on Twitter at Lowe's Moore and on Facebook at Lowe's Moore Jr. As always, thank you for pushing your mindset towards a better reality. This concludes the most thought-provoking portion of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast to stay fully up to date with everything we're up to. Until next time, be kind to yourself and each other.
What they teaching is a joke. I ain't buying it like I'm broke. Insufficient funds for insignificant.